Mamata Banerjee wades into the Collegium debate. She says, and I quote, "Centre trying to interfere in the judiciary." Judges appointment row. Remember, we are talking about the judges appointment row, to which Mamata Banerjee has said that the centre is trying to interfere in the judiciary. She's also gone on to say that the government wants to destroy the independence of the judiciary. And she's saying that she strongly objects to the government's interference. So the opposition there mounting its attack on the government. This after the Union Law Minister Kiren Rijiju wrote to the CJI asking for the representation of the government in deciding judges for the top court.
That we want total independence of judiciary. इसमें कोई तो मतलब वो लोगों का है. मतलब क्या है? This is a new type of planning. If central government representation is there in their Collegium, Supreme Court, then state also obviously they will include the state government chief minister also in the Collegium or the government representative. But ultimately,
all right, going straight across to my colleague Tamal, who's joining us live on the broadcast for more on this. Tamal, the opposition clearly escalating its attack on the government. Now we have Mamata Banerjee there, in fact, going on to say that the centre is trying to interfere in the judiciary.
Well, that's right. Mamata Banerjee did not mince her words while targeting the central government, even though she initially started by saying that she hasn't really consulted with lawyers, but then her demand is that judiciary should be kept independent. She is stressing on the fact there could be a proper planning and a design as centre is trying to interfere into the judicial process, and that might compromise with the independence of the judiciary. So yes, she is trying to suggest that centre, with a definite motive, is trying to send a representative into the Supreme Court Collegium, via which they might have a say or a bigger control over the recruitment and, of course, appointment of the judges of the Supreme Court. She's also trying to highlight the fact that this could also be an attempt to clear files of those names which are which clearly close to BJP. That's the allegation coming in from Mamata Banerjee. She's also trying to highlight one particular example where a file has been sent to the central government and it was really not clear, and the apprehension is that that particular judge had not really been that close to BJP as a political party. So Mamata Banerjee on one hand is saying that there are judges who could be close to BJP and their files could be cleared first as an attempt of preference so that BJP can have a better say as far as the judicial proceedings are concerned. And this isn't the first time the state government of Mamata Banerjee had been trying to highlight that there is interference on part of the into the judiciary on part of BJP. And they have tried highlighting that there had been several cases in the state of West Bengal, especially in Calcutta High Court. For example, a blanket immunity had been given to Shubhendu Adhikari, leader of opposition in the state, something that the state government had vociferously and vocally contested, questioning the intent and, of course, the logic behind such a blanket immunity to an extent where the court had also directed the state to take court's leave and consent in the future as well before filing any kind of FIR against Shubhendu Adhikari, while putting stay on more than 20 FIRs in which Shubhendu Adhikari is named some way or other. So yes, as far as judiciary is concerned, Trinamool Congress had been maintaining there is an attempt to interfere. Mamata Banerjee today had strongly objected to the entire development where Kiren Rijiju, the law minister, writing to the Supreme Court asking for centre's representation in Supreme Court Collegium, and the state is trying to question as the pattern had been that the state government also has the liberty to send recommendations, and those recommendations are also meant to be considered. Now, those recommendations have not really been considered in the past in several years, and that's where the objection is as far as Mamata Banerjee is concerned, and she's trying to highlight that this is a clear attempt to interfere into judiciary while urging upon the Supreme Court that Supreme Court should be kept independent, judiciary should be kept independent, and no such attempt should be entertained, and also that every such attempt should be vocally, vociferously thwarted by the judiciary She being in the opposition as far as the political aspect is concerned, she's opposing, and she's also saying that she would be taking it up. She strongly objects it, doesn't really approve it. So it seems like, yes, opposition is uniting on this very issue. Not to discount the fact you also have budget session coming up, in a month. So once again, Parliament, whether the matter would be going to the Parliament or not, we have to wait and see. For the time being, Mamata Banerjee, in capacity of being the Chief Minister of West Bengal and also as Trinamool Congress Supremo, has strongly objected to this development and has called it nothing but centre's attempt to interfere into judiciary.
Right, Tamal, now we have Mamata Banerjee wading into the Collegium debate, in fact going on to say that the centre trying to interfere in the judiciary. Many thanks for sharing all those details with our viewers.